Hi, I am Mary Ann Dean, and I am an independent consultant with Jamberry Nails. And I am really excited to get to introduce you to this really fun new product today. Um, for those of you who may not be familiar with Jamberry Nails, um, what they are is they're essentially a nail sticker that you use a little bit of heat and pressure to apply to your nails. The application is really easy and it doesn't require any special equipment. Probably you have almost everything you need already at home, which makes it super easy. And the great thing about these nail stickers is they stick really, really well. And in fact, they will last a lot longer on your nails than a typical nail polish manicure. They'll last about twice as long, which just means that you're getting a lot more results for the effort you're putting forth to do your nails. I don't know if you're like me, but I just don't do, especially my fingers. In the summertime, I'll paint my toenails. But as far as my fingers go, as far as a manicure, well, if I have a special event or something, I just won't often go to the trouble to paint my nails because it just seems like they get smudged so easily. It's hard to wait for them to dry all the way before you do something. They start to chip within just a couple of days and they start to not look nice anymore. And really, Jamberry has just been the solution to all of that. They take less time to apply than painting your nails, especially if you include the drying time of painting your nails. And they last longer and they look a lot nicer. I have some on right now. Um, and I have been wearing these for about 5 or 6 days, and they still basically look perfect. I don't know if you can see, but I love that about them. I have not found any nail polish that I get these kind of results from, so I really like them a lot. This is an adult sheet, and it has enough wraps to do, I find it has enough to do 2 pedicures and 2 manicures. So you get 4 full applications from a single sheet. So the cost of a single application is about the same as the cost of a Starbucks latte. So I think that's a really great deal in terms of just a nice little way to treat yourself. So I really like these a lot. Um, each of these wraps you'll see on here will actually do 2 nails. See the curved part here on the end? That's actually the part that's going to go up against your cuticle. And so that this is going to be a nail, this one side over here is going to be a nail. You cut them in half, and this other side is going to be your other nail on your opposite hand. Um, these are made in the USA. They are latex-free. They are formaldehyde-free. They are gluten-free. They are non-toxic. They are made out of something called acrylic copolymer, which is basically just a really common everyday plastic. So you can feel good about putting these on your nails. And like I said, they're really easy to apply. Um, and they really don't require any special equipment. The first thing you're going to do when you apply these is you're going to take, this is a regular cuticle pusher, and I'm going to show you on my thumb here. You're just going to take that and you are just going to push your cuticles back all the way around. One of the keys to a good application of these is to make sure that the sticker, that the wrap, is not touching any skin or cuticle, because the wrap is designed to stick to the surface of your nail, but it doesn't really stick very well to skin. The oil on your skin keeps it from sticking. And so if it is touching the edges of your skin or your cuticle, that part of the wrap is not going to stick very well, and you're going to have like an edge that's kind of sticking up, and so you don't really want that. The next step that you're going to do is you are going to take an alcohol wipe, and you're going to use that just to go over your nail and make sure there's no residual oil left from your fingers on the surface of your nail. You could also use nail polish remover, or you could use vinegar. But the recommended method is to use rubbing alcohol because that just works the best at just completely drying out the surface of your nail really, really well so that there's just no oil left. Well, you just do that. The next thing you're going to do is you are going to pick out the wrap that is closest to the size of your nail. And what you're looking at size-wise is you're really talking about the width. And so as you can see, I've already used almost all of these. But I do have one over here that's left that is the size of my thumb. You can see it's already cut in half. So I'm just going to pull that up. So let's take this. You can bend your sheet, and I like to use tweezers. Again, something you probably already have, because again, you want to avoid as much as you can touching the sticky surface of the wrap with your fingers because of the oils on your hand. So I like to use tweezers just to pull that right up. And the next thing you're going to do is you're actually going to heat the wrap itself. I'm going to use my Jamberry mini heater. This actually came with my consultant kit when I joined Jamberry as a consultant. And I've actually sent one of these to your hostess as well so that you guys can try this out because they're really convenient for parties. But when you're doing an individual application, it's really, honestly, it's not necessary. You could just as easily use a hair dryer. I know not everybody uses hair dryers. So another option would just be a regular clothes iron or a flat iron or a curling iron. If you were to use a clothes iron or something else like this, like a curling iron, what you would do is you would turn it to the lowest setting, the lowest heat setting, and then you would just hold this out just a few inches from the surface of the heat. All right, but I'm going to use my mini heater today. So I'm going to switch that on. And you'll see here, there's a printed side to the wrap, and then there's like the sticker side, the back. You want to keep the sticker side. And it's going to get flexible. You can see it's kind of bending. I like to heat it for like 10 seconds. Get nice and flexible. Ooh, there we go. All right. At this point, I actually am going to use my fingers because I find that's a little bit. So I'm going to grab, you can see it has the curved edge down here and the straight edge up here that I cut. I'm going to grab that straight edge just a teeny bit on the corners, okay? And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my thumb and I'm just going to line it up. You want to get it as close as you can to the skin without touching it. I'm just going to press it down. And I only press it down right here at the base of the nail initially. All right. So what we have here is only kind of stuck. I don't know if you can see. I really only pressed it down right here at the base because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to heat it again and then I'm going to pull it and stretch it over the end of my nail. So again, I'm going to turn on my mini heater. Hold this up here for you guys. And I'm going to just heat it again. I don't know if you'll be able to see. You can actually see the edges kind of start to get flexible again and bend. And then I'm going to grab each corner and I'm going to pull and stretch it over the edge of my nail. I'm going to pull that corner and stretch it down. And I'm going to grab the other corner and I'm going to pull it and stretch it down. Some people ask, do you have to cut the wrap to the exact dimensions of your nail? And no, you don't. And in fact, you want there to be some excess here so that you can pull on it and really yank on it. And then you're going to take your cuticle pusher, and I just like to go, especially around the outside, all the way around edge here. Just put some really good pressure on it. Just work it. Just really make sure there's no air bubbles and just press it down over your whole nail, but especially on the edges. If you have curved nails, like some nails, like the surface of them is flat like this, and other nails are curved. My nails are curved. If your nails are curved like that, you can sometimes get some puckering on the sides, and so that's especially where you want to press down. And that pulling and stretching is really going to help with that too, to make sure that the wrap is really adhered really well along the edges. Okay. The next step is you're just going to roughly cut off some of that excess. Not all of it, just kind of roughly cut some off. Again, it doesn't have to be exact. And then I like to take just an everyday sandwich baggie. Turn on my heater again. And this is like, if you watch the official Jamberry video, that some of these things I'm doing they don't have on there, but this has been the best application method I've found. So this is how I like to do it. So I take my baggie. You could also use saran wrap. And I just pull it around and pull it really tight. So that's kind of, again, the two elements of applying this is heat and pressure. So this is adding pressure, even pressure, all over the surface of the nail. And then I'm going to hold it here. I'm going to hold it again in front of my mini heater. And I'm going to do that for about 10 seconds. All right. And then I'm just going to take my cuticle pusher, and I'm just going to do that. A little more pressure. Again, all over the surface of the nail, and especially all around the edges. All right, now you're ready to get rid of the last little bit of excess wrap that's on the edge of your nail still. There's two ways to do this. For my daughter, when I'm applying it to her, I don't trim her nails before I do that. Before I apply the wrap, I do the wrap first, and then I'll just take clippers and I'll actually clip her nail and the wrap together. And the clippers just gives you a nice even cut to the wrap and to your nail itself, and so it will give you a nice smooth edge. And so sometimes I won't bother to shape my nail or cut it before I put on my wraps. If they're a little long, I'll take clippers. If your nail is already kind of the length and shape that you want it to be, you can just use a file to file off the excess wrap. So what you'll do is you'll take your file and you'll hold it at a 90-degree angle to your nail, and you're just going to use a downward motion to file off the excess. And it's really great. It comes off super easy. Just kind of go around the corners and the edges. What's so great about this, while I'm doing the filing, I'll tell you, is that it's already dry. There's no way, you can't smudge this, you can't mess it up. It's completely dry already. So you could go wash your dishes, you could go bathe your child, you could go fold your laundry immediately after putting them on. You can do a couple of nails, go do something that you have to do around your house, come back, do the rest. Really getting rid of that drying time, I found is like the thing I like best about the nail wraps, because they're just dry immediately. And it's also great for kids, because I don't know if your 5-year-old can sit still while her nails dry, but mine can't. She'll get nail polish all over everything. And so I love Jamberry nails for her, because the fact that they don't have to dry is amazing. All right. You can kind of see here, my nails are kind of short, so it's not working really well. But this excess wrap just kind of comes right off. And what's left is like the exact same shape as your nail. And you can just take a buffer. Just do the same thing. Kind of buff the edges to make sure there's not any little bitty hangers on of wrap that could get caught. And what you have when you're done is just it's perfectly aligned with the edge of your nail. It's dry, shiny, and no mess, no drying time, and it will last. I usually can wear mine for 9 or 10 days. I haven't tried for the whole 14 yet, but I know a lot of people who have and have said it was great. So yeah, that's it. When you're ready to take these off, let me tell you how to do that real quick before I go. My preferred method is I use nail polish remover, and what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll put some nail polish remover in the cap, and then I will just submerge my nail in the polish remover for about 30 seconds, and then with my nails submerged in the polish remover, I'll take one of these little orange sticks. Again, they're really common in like a manicure kit, and what you'll do is you'll just kind of stick it in between your nail and the wrap, and just kind of move it back and forth to just kind of work it. So again, I'll do this with my nail submerged in the nail polish remover. Soak it for 30 seconds first, and then just take something and kind of just start working that wrap off. And it'll take about, I don't know, 10 or 15 seconds, and it'll just come right off. You can just peel them straight off your nail, but I have found when I've done that, and I have done that, that my nails do look like maybe it took up a little bit of the top layer of nail with it. So they stick really well, so you want to be as gentle as you can when you're taking them off. I've found that if I take them off gently, I really don't notice a lot of damage to my nails, which is really great. So that's it. That is these Jamberry things. I think they're really cute. They last a long time, and they're worth the effort to do my fingernails, and I really don't feel that way about nail polish. So I hope that you will enjoy them. All right. Thanks. Bye.